Be cautious when you're dating or if you're attracted to somebody that seems, larger than life. They seem like the life of the party. They're super talkative. They're just, super energized, and they're just all over the place. And, it might seem like, wow, that person's really cool. They've got it together. They seem like fun and all that kind of stuff. But oftentimes people who are like that, they just want a lot of attention, and they act that way because they have realized that that's kind of the only ways they get validation for who they are, is by gaining other people's attraction and attention, and kind of having to need that constant interaction from other people, that validation and all that kind of stuff. It kind of implies that some of those people might have some self-confidence issues, that that they're not able to just be by themselves. They're not able to sit still and quietly and kind of deal with themselves. They might be running away from problems. They might not be focused on things that are happening in their lives. They might be trying to constantly distract themselves so that they don't have to deal with their problems, their daily issues, all that kind of stuff. You want to be very wary when you're entering a relationship with somebody who just seems like, they're so gregarious and they're so, friendly and so social and all that stuff. I mean, I'm not saying all people are like this, but you want to be cautious, because sometimes those people have underlying issues that can be very problematic if you're trying to get into a relationship with them. They might not fully be capable of having a one-on-one relationship. Maybe they constantly need attention from more than just one person. And like I said, most of the times they're not dealing with their own internal problems, their own issues that they should be dealing with. So they keep trying to distract, and try to, get out there and socialize all the time and try to validate that, well, I'm okay because, I got all these friends, I've got all these people that are paying attention to me, they're listening to me and all that kind of stuff. But, deep down, they're not feeling secure with themselves. They're not feeling adequate. They don't feel like they have a good grasp on their own lives. So just be careful when you're dating that, you kind of understand that not everybody who's super social and talkative is somebody that is secure with themselves.